Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 5 of this treasure hunt unboxing. And I actually believe this is the part where I will show the big grail that I've been going on about for the last 4 videos. like, there's a really big book, and it's in this one. I'm positive I kind of saw. kind of saw it. I was like, oh, finally I found this silly thing. Um, so yeah, so it is here, and I'm gonna show it, and it's a big book. You'll love it. So let's get into it. Let's get into this unboxing. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna start out with like it's just this stack of books. We're gonna get right into it with this first one, which I gotta kind of open up here a bit. Oh, this one's actually a pretty big book too. It's actually a really rare one and highly sought after. If I can actually get it out. They taped it in really, really well. So I gotta kind of surgically do this. This one's a really great one. I really like this one. There's actually 2 of these. This is the not as good one, but it's still a nice comic. This is Superman Wonder Woman number 5. Now, there was 2 comics. One was a Wonder Woman comic. So this is Superman Wonder Woman number 5. But there was a Wonder Woman comic where she's in steampunk sort of style. Well, this is the other. There's 2. This is the lesser of the 2. The other one's actually the better cover, and it goes for pretty big money, like $300-400. I've even seen like $500-600 for those in high grade. And it's a really great steampunk cover. But I thought this one was great too. This is, and I won this at auction for $100. So you can see what I'm saying. They go for big money. And it's still a great steampunky kind of style Wonder Woman. I like the suit. It's very sexy, and also kind of got that kind of 1800s flavor to it, or turn of the century maybe, which is very steampunk. So yes, this is Superman Wonder Woman number 5. I forget who the artist is that did these covers, but a really great artist, very underrated. Okay, so that's that one. So that was actually a pretty big book in its own right. This next one is really taped down as well. So yeah, okay. So I've been collecting, I've been mentioning this a few times now. If you watch the other parts, you'll see that I've been picking up a collection of Uncle Scrooge comics. There's a creator called Don Rosa, and one of the covers that he created, I guess, was politically incorrect now. At the time, nobody really cared, but now it's considered politically incorrect. And basically, Disney said that they're not going to print it anymore. They're not going to do reprints of it. And because it's part of a series, it could be that the whole series might never get reprinted again. So the prices have gone just through the roof for the issues that were mentioned that aren't going to get reprinted, and specifically, and any of the issues within the series, I think, have the same potential. So this is issue 285. This is 1877. It's like a historical journey for the Scrooge family. So it's just, I haven't read the series yet. I'm planning to read it. I just need a couple more issues, and then I'll have the full run. So yeah, this is Uncle Scrooge 285. I believe, I'm not sure if this is the first issue in the series, but it's close to that first issue. Okay. So next, oh, okay. So I actually bought a lot of comics from Alex the Comic Book Hoarder, who he had a bunch of sort of adult books. He doesn't really like the adult books. I don't mind the adult books. These were some Penthouse comics. So very adult, you can see. This is Penthouse Comics November of 1996. Very adult. Sexy cover. And we got Penthouse Comics number 4. This is a Frank Frazetta cover, which is really nice. Really great one. These Penthouse Comics are really underrated. They can go for pretty big money still, though. But definitely underrated. That's from 1994. And then we got another Penthouse. This is Penthouse Max. And this is issue number 1. And he was actually pretty good in terms of the pricing for these. He just sold me the whole lot. And this one is a really great one. It's sort of the Nazi branding one. This is Penthouse Comics number 3. I forget what he charged me for the whole lot, but it was a very reasonable price. And we got Penthouse Comics number 5. Not sure if it's kind of censored on its own, so I'll assume that that was okay. We got Penthouse Comics number 2. And this one's really cute, actually. This one's really funny. I never knew that this was what was on the cover. Okay, one second. Gotta get the tape off, but this one's really funny. I can't believe that he sold me this in a weird way, because it's such a great cover. So this is Penthouse Max, the election 1996 special, and you got Bill Clinton, and then Hillary Clinton, and it's just like really funny. Just a really great cover. So yeah, you know, Conan the Barbarian style with Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Just so funny to see this. I love political. You know, even if I don't like the people in real life, I like political commentary. So I think it's really interesting. I think this is really funny. So yeah, it's really great. So that's Max election special. And so that was the Penthouse collection. And that was from Alex, the comic book hoarder. He probably doesn't want me telling you that you got them from him. I think he got like a collection where it just happened to have some adult stuff in it, and he doesn't like the adult stuff. So, yeah. So he was just trying to get rid of them, basically. Okay, this one's actually really cool, and it's in super high grade. This is Captain 3D number 1. And you can see this, it is flawless. This is like probably a 9, in the 9s. This is from like the 50s. There was sort of a, I think it was in 1953, and there was just this big craze for 3D comics. It all started with Mighty Mouse, who did the very first 3D comic, and then they all had to have 3D comics. This is another one of those ones. Most of them didn't survive, and especially they didn't survive with the glasses intact. This one is complete. It has the glasses. It's mint condition, because there was a warehouse find of these books, and they found like hundreds of these books. So you can get Captain 3D fairly cheaply, and I did get this fairly I think it was like $30. For a really high grade copy of it. And it's just a cool book. I like the 3D. I like the novelty of the 3D comics. So this is from, yeah, it doesn't say when it's from, but it's Captain 3D number 1, and it has true 3D. It's not that fake 3D, it's the true stuff. So true 3D on every page. So that one's kind of fun. So yeah, I love these gimmick covers from the past. So yeah, gimmick comics from the past. Okay, so what's this next one? This one's pinned down in a really odd way. Oh, another cool book. Another nice Golden Age book. This is Skyman number 3. Nice Good Girl art cover as well. And actually my friend Steve Gentner, he got this comic. I thought, wow, that's really good. I really like the the cover. I just like the style of this girl, and I just thought it was a really great cover. So I really wanted to pick it up. It's Ogden Whitney cover as well. So it's Skyman #3. This one's a fairly good copy. I mean, it's in high grade, except for some staining on this corner. But other than that, it's really, really presents well. So Skyman #3, Ogden Whitney cover. That's kind of cool. And this is really funny. This one I got really cheaply as well. But it's in pretty rough shape. Actually, it's in worse shape than I thought. It's missing a big chunk right here. This is Wacky Duck #1. Not the first appearance of Wacky Duck, but his first comic series. So yeah, we got Wacky Duck #1, and it is signed by somebody. Some Nola something right there. It's kind of funny. Some kid signed their comic. So yeah, Wacky Duck #1. It's in rough shape, but hey, it's still cool. And I got it for a great price, so can't complain too much. Okay, let's see. A whole bunch of really, I don't know why. The theme of this unboxing is really well pinned down comics. I don't know. Let's see if I get this one out. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Okay, let's see if I can get it out. Okay. Being attacked by the tape again. Okay. This is just, this was a limited edition from Dan Parent. You'll notice in the previous unboxings, there was a bunch of Dan Parent stuff. I was picking up a bunch of his work. This one was limited to 200 copies, and it's an homage to Fast Times at Richmond High, where the girl gets out of the swimming pool, and it's just like Phoebe Cates, I believe, is the actress. Just a classic situation. It was just a very funny scene, and also a very sexy scene. So yeah, so this is the homage to that, Fast Times at Richmond High. So it says on the back, Betty and Veronica, friends forever, beach party, #1, virgin variant cover art by Dan Parent, limited to 200 copies. That's, yeah, kind of cool. Doesn't say the Fast Time at Richmond High, but it is the Fast Times at Richmond High variant. Okay. One sec here. I gotta see if I can. Okay. Ah, this one's like so awkward. Okay. There's actually, this one has a note on the back. Sorry for the delay. Still no complete. Oh, still no computer. I was like, oh, that'd be really bad. Still no computer. It says Tom wrote that. And this is just a series that I've been trying to collect, but it's really hard to get. This is a really low grade copy. This is Dizzy Dames, #6, I believe. Yeah, #6. And she's just Dizzy Dames. Dizzy Dames. Is just like this kind of like a blonde airhead that just does stupid things. So she's trying to use the telephone as if it's like a slot machine. And she's expecting coins to come out. So just a silly cover, silly comic in general. It's just these kind of stories inside. But yeah, I've been trying to collect them. They're pretty fun, actually. It's by ACG as well. Okay, so the next book after this one is the big one. We found the treasure. But there's still some more books, some cool things to show before I get to that. This one is actually a book that I'd love to have the original for. It's actually on my really high on my want list right now. This is Sweet Candy Vigilante, and it's just a homage to Chamber of Chills number 19. It's a really great cover. So that's one, and I just got different variants for it. This is that's the Virgin variant, and this is the trade dress variant. And then we got the black and white sketch variant. And it was a pretty affordable set, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That's pretty cool. I like those. I like that homage, I guess. Okay, now the very last comic, and this is the Grail. This is actually a pretty big book. I was pretty excited to get this. However, there's a bit of an interesting story about this book. So what happened was, I was looking for something else. I forget what it was, but for some reason, when I searched for this other thing, I was just trying to find out some information actually. One of the books that was in the list was this one. And it was just freshly listed. And I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe that's for sale. And for the price that it was listed at, it was insane. It was listed at $4,200. Okay? Or best offer. Now, I know that the lowest grade copy just sold for almost $5,000. So, lowest grade. And this one looked very, very sharp. So, I was like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. I'll do a best offer, even though it's already at a great price. But they had just changed the display on eBay, so you didn't get the full details. Like, I couldn't see the whole details. It just said, complete copy, and mentioned the grade being fairly high. Actually, it comes with the CGC. Actually comes with the CGC label. Now, it's not complete. I found that out after the guy had already accepted my offer. I offered $4,000 for it and got it for $4,000. But it's Startling Comics number 49, and it is just one of the best robot covers of the Golden Age, if not the best. It's also been confirmed, if you watch my channel, that this is the inspiration for Bender, and it's also known as the Bender comic because he looks like Bender from Futurama, and it's great artwork by Alex Schomburg, and it's considered to be probably one of his best airbrush covers, and maybe one of his best covers of all time. There's a few others that are in that category as well, but this definitely is one of his classic covers. And it just happens to be missing 2 wraps. I found that out after. Like, there was a thing where you could click and then get more details. It said, in the listing, it said complete, but in the thing, it said, like, incomplete. So I was like, okay, well, buyer beware. For the price, though, it actually is still a fair price for a 0.5. So I was a little bit debating about buying it still when I found out it was incomplete, but the cover presents really well, so I decided to buy it, regardless of the fact that it's incomplete. He actually did include the original CGC label, which shows that it's a 0.5 grade. So yeah, interesting interesting book. Startling Comics number 49. Now, this is one where I'm actually thinking of sending it back to CGC and getting it reholstered because it's not in its holster. Maybe I can get it graded for a reasonable price because it's just a reholstering. So this is Startling Comics number 49. Just classic Alex Schomburg cover. And on these ones, he would write his name backwards. Where is it? Right there. He'd write, instead of Alex, he'd write Zila, which is Alex backwards. So just kind of a cool thing. Just lots of stuff going for this. Is a girl in the red dress, bondage cover. I was pretty excited when I got this one. Is one that is just such a rare book and such a key book to pick up, because there's actually a lot of these on the census. I think there's like over 100 on the census, but the problem is nobody wants to give up their copies. It's this one that people, they buy it and they keep it. So it's a really hard book to get. One that I'm just super happy to have in my collection. So I'd like to get this reholstered, and definitely it will be one of the ones behind me because it's just such a great book. I'd like to see it all the time. So yeah, I'll actually probably flip through it before I send it off to CGC. But yeah, it's a really cool book, really great cover, and actually it presents incredibly well. I actually thought this book presented like a 3 or 3.5 maybe, and it might be worth getting it as a green label just to show the higher grade. But sadly it's a 0.5, but it is a very cool book. So that is it. That was the big book that I was waiting for. Startling Comics number 49. Just a big book. Those who know this is definitely the biggest book in this unboxing, actually. There's some really cool stuff coming in the later episodes. Some other major books. But that one was the biggest in this unboxing altogether. And if you like these unboxings, I have a request or a favor to ask of you. If you click in the description, you can see where it says the CBCA Awards, which is a place where I've been nominated for best unboxing videos. And basically I just need you to vote for me. Help me out by voting for me. Get me to be the #1, not just the nominee, but the actual best comic unboxing channel. So if you can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.